Hey golf fans, this is early 1981 and welcome back to the channel. I do hope all you romantics are having a very happy Valentine's Day. But today we are going to be taking a look at the Great Aussie Journey. This course was designed by Sam Groper. He does have a YouTube channel where he plays lots of course playthroughs, so please head over to his channel and show him some appreciation. So let's take a look at the course. It is a par 72. Fairways and greens are firm. The green speeds are medium fast. Weather is clear and the time of day is afternoon. Let's have a look at the tee options. There are 3 tee options. We will be swinging from the gold tees, which are playing a very lengthy 7,786 yards, and as always, pin set number 1. Thank you so much for the continued support on the channel. If you are new, please make sure to smash the subscribe button, and if you are enjoying the content, please leave a like. Now, I did cover this golf course back in PGA Tour 2K21, and from what I recall, it was an epic journey, playing golf in every state of Australia. So let's try and take this down the left-hand side of the fairway. Just applied a tiny bit of fade. Low wind conditions for a change. There's a slow and a push right. That's probably going to find a bunker. But I've just not long finished my first round of my latest society event. And I cannot make a putt, guys. The last 3 or 4 rounds, I'm playing pretty well from tee to green, and I just cannot make a putt. It is so frustrating. But let's see if we can recover here. Ball is going to shoot hard right at my feet. And let's see if we can run this up onto the dance floor. Tiny fast, but this ball should run up towards the flagstick and hopefully set up a good birdie opportunity. But like I say, I've lost all confidence on the greens. And as we all know, if you want to score low in this game, putting is vital. But green speeds are 150, 17 feet. A little bit of movement from right to left. I've got the weight, and that should turn into the cup. Oh, wow. There we go. It looks like it's going to continue. It really was such a frustrating first round of my society this week. I actually didn't play round 2. Still got a few days to do it. Hole number 2 here is called Long Reach Airport and played down the right-hand side. And with that tiny fade, this ball should kick left and hopefully leave me in a good place to go and attack this flagstick. But I do have fond memories of this golf course. 7-iron with full backspin should be made for this shot. Hopefully we can land this close to the pin. It's a lovely strike. Couldn't have hit it any better. How on earth it's tracking so far left, I'll never know. But that is right on target, and hopefully we can pick up our first birdie of the round. It's another little breaker from right to left. Just going to play this firm. Take a little bit of the break out. And wow, I'm saying nothing. I'm honestly saying nothing, guys, because it really is getting into my head now. It's such a frustrating state of affairs. The beads there seem to be breaking a lot more than what it did at first look. And sadly, I'm going to remain at level par. But 2 birdie opportunities, just failed to take them. Hole number 3, par 5. This is a long par 5. Nice waterfall down the right-hand side. I'm going to have to overpower this a little bit. 102%, but it is a tiny slow. It looks like the fairway may kick me over to the left-hand side. It's a nice members bounce. Good bit of fortune there after that slight slope. We're definitely not reaching this green in 2. This is a monster par 5. So just chasing 3-wood as far down the fairway as possible. And this is probably going to leave me nothing more than a full wedge into the slight elevated green. Waterfalls behind the green as well. It really is a fantastic looking course. 118 yards, certainly not pitching it. Let's go full backspin on the gap wedge. And with that elevation gain and slight wind. But look at that for a feature. Absolutely stunning scenery out with the golf course here. And I do apologise for not knowing all the names of the landmarks within the course. I'm sure you guys will know far better than me. But that's a good strike. I'm quite surprised that went so far. But it is another birdie opportunity, this time from 19 feet. Breaking both ways here. It's going to turn left and then turn hard back towards the cup. It's another putt that just burns by the edge of the hole. And that is a frustrating par. It just shows you, oh, early, what is going on here, guys? My game is in a bad place on the greens. It really is. You can't make this up. What's the point of getting within 8 to 9 feet for birdie opportunities and free putting? But let's move on to hole number 4. Just going to try and fade this down the left-hand side, taking these bunkers out of the equation. That ball should comfortably start to turn, and that's a really good shot because that bunkers were heavily in play there. You will see a great view of the beach, the golden sands with the ocean in the background. Pitch and wedge with full backspin should be the club here. It's a lovely strike. How on earth's that going so far left? It's long as well, but surely that spins back. Didn't generate spin whatsoever. But it's another birdie opportunity. 21 feet out. Uphill by 4 inches. So we can't be aggressive here. And that's the reason we didn't spin it back. There was a slight uphill slope. That looks good. It is good. And at long last, I do convert a birdie putt. I get back to level par. And we move on to hole number 5. Short par 4. Certainly can't hit driver off the tee box here. Cool bridge. I think that's Sydney Opera House it's meant to be on the left-hand side here. So just going to fade 3 wood here. Lose a little bit of yardage. Oh, tiny slope. It's comfortably going to find the fairway, but it's going to take me more over to the right-hand side than I would have liked. But this really is a fantastic golf course, and it has certainly ported well over to PGA Tour 2K23. So 4 mile per hour wind in my face. Little bit of deal off to the 9 iron here and try and run this up. That's another slope. That's going to kill me. That's going to run back down the slope here, I do believe. Really needed the perfect there. These tiny slows really kill the yardage of your approach shots, or any shot, to be honest. So this is a long uphill putt, turning from right to left. If I can get this within 5-6 feet, I'll be very, very happy. I've just underhit that, but hopefully it's on a good line and leaves me nothing more than a kick-in par. Probably still going to have a little bit of work to do here. 6 feet out, no movement whatsoever. It's a solid par, just disappointed with that approach shot into the green. So level par, moving on to hole number 6. This is a tight fairway. I'm just going to fade this and aim for the centre of the fairway and hopefully apply a little bit of a fast or a perfect just like that. If we can repeat that, this will be money. Oh, that's a tiny slope. This could be in trouble. This is probably water bound. Wow. That is the first bit of luck I've had in a few rounds, because that had water written all over it. So let's see if we can get up and down for the par. I certainly want to be on the left-hand side of the pin. Fully attacking this with gap wedge. Lots of backspin applied because this ball is really going to release out. That's a good strike. Yardage was really good. It's going to turn back down towards the hole. That's actually a really good outcome. This is a very makeable putt from 23 feet out. Turning from right to left. Certainly got the weight. It's tracking well. And it just burns by the left-hand side. But that's a good par. That could have been so worse after that very poor tee shot where we got a lot of luck. But hole number 7, I remember this hole fondly. We will turn around and have a look at this. This really is a fantastic par 3. Stunning environment. What's not to like about this hole? It really is a thing of beauty. I'm going to try and draw this against the wind. Run this up that slope, defending the pin. Beautiful swing. That's a lovely strike. Couldn't have hit it any cleaner. It's tracking really well. Does it have the legs to get up near the flag? It should get a firm bounce. It didn't get a firm bounce. That uphill slope just killed it. But we are more or less on the top tier of the green. Let's see if we can convert this birdie putt and get under par for the first time. That should turn. Oh, it did turn, and it's another putt that just burns the edge of the cup. Wow. I'm really trying not to let my poor form on the greens affect me, guys, but it is so frustrating. So level par, back-to-back par threes here. This time we've got an elevated green, trouble right, and the green is going to take me away from the hole if we go too far left. So using the wind and shaping this a little bit. That's a tiny slow, but my swing line should bail me out here. It's going to be a little bit short, but that is a really good approach shot. We have another look at birdie, 15 feet out. Let's see if we can drop one. Surely that holds its line. No, it burns by the right-hand side. And this really is a case that I'm just going to have to either laugh or cry. I think I'll laugh about it. I've got enough problems as it is without getting angry about this game. But hole number 9, this is a stunning yet short par 5. Good tee shot. Should ensure we can comfortably reach the green in 2. But the layout and the environment of this golf course really is superb. It's a very subtle fantasy golf course, featuring many of Australia's world-famous landmarks. A little bit of backspin to the 5-iron should be made for this. I'm just going to try and land this at the front of the green. It's a tiny slow, but that should be okay. This should kick out from the heavy rough and hopefully land on the green. Oh, wow. Wow, you could not make that up. I don't know if that's a case that I was lucky there or unlucky. It depends how you're going to look at it. I think another inch, and that would have been a really good eagle opportunity. We got a kick right next to the Joeys, the Kangaroos. I'm just going to play the slope here. This ball should run all the way down towards the hole. But yeah, I think that just kind of sums my game up at the moment. It's in a frustrating place since the latest update, especially on the greens, as you're seeing. But we do get to under par for the first time, and we move on to hole number 10. Let's try and take this down the right-hand side with a little bit of draw. That's a slight slow. I need a kick left here. Oh, it kicks right. I think we're going to find the light rough. It just holds on to the light rough. But this is another short par 5. Let's play a links golf shot here, I think. I'm just going to play a good bit of D-loft and topspin and try and run this up onto the green from the fairway. We've got helping slopes if we can avoid the bunkers. Oh, that's a lovely strike. This should set up a really good eagle opportunity, which I will miss, I bet. Now that should start to turn towards the cup. I don't think I could have played that any better. That really is a great golf shot, using the environment there to my advantage. So downhill putt, 15 feet for the eagle. Is it going to hold? No. I just don't think I hit that firm enough. But like I say, I've got no confidence on the greens just now. It really is a travesty, especially when I'm playing well. I could easily be 5-6 under here. I'm only 2. But hole number 11, there's like craters there, taking us down to the depths of hell. I think 125, which is my gap wedge, is made for this. I don't need to do nothing. Wind is going to take me right. Slight fast or a perfect. That would be ideal, but not the 98%. I really need over 100% here. I got 101%, but it's a tiny slow, and look how far right that ball's going. It's probably going to find the bunker, is it? Just avoiding the bunker there, so it should be a comfortable up and down with a chip shot here. We can fully attack this as well. Now this should turn into the cup. Wow. You just can't make this up, guys. I can't explain it. I think 2K have blacklisted me on their servers. But let's see if we can finish strong. Is that second bunker in play? Let's try and draw this to lose a little bit of yardage. It certainly looks like the fairway slopes all the way towards that bunker. We got the perfect. Draw's kicking in nice. That needs to get down. It's going to be close. Are we going to avoid the sand trap? No. That's a huge error. 337 yards. And these bunkers are so punishing. Look at that. 59 to 69%. Certainly not getting there, so just try to chase this out with the 4-iron as far down the fairway as possible. And hopefully it leaves me a full wedge into this lovely looking green. So good recovery shot there. 133 yards, down 16 feet. Sand wedge with a bit of D-loft and topspin should be good. There's a perfect. Now this should get a firm kick out and hopefully kick left and forward. Come on. It didn't run out as far as I expected. I mean, these greens are advertised as firm, I do believe. I'm not seeming to get a lot of run out. But we do make a birdie putt. Probably the easiest putt we would have had on this course so far. We get to 3 under par. And we move on to hole number 13. Sand traps in play, but let's try and fade this into the centre of the green and hopefully leave ourselves in a good position. That's a slight fast. It looks like it's going to find the heavy rough. This is going to be a tough shot. The rough really is punishing. Just short it. How on earth that's out of bounds? I thought I was short of the fence. Wow, quite surprised at that. Out of bounds didn't even cross my mind there, guys. This time, it's just a little bit more less of a fast. And that ensures we do find the fairway. If only I could have done that the first time. So this is now damage limitation. But really surprised that that ball was out of bounds. I don't think it crossed the boundary fence. It's certainly up for debate. Let's see if we can get this 8-iron landing close. It's a good shot. That needs to go though. Should get a nice firm kick here. We didn't carry the slope. It's going to be a tough uphill putt. Hopefully there's not much movement in it. This is for a bogey. Disappointing that I'm giving shots back to the course. It's bad enough when you can't convert your birdie putts. Surely that turns into the hole. Come on. There we go. So I can make a putt at times. Sadly, that was for bogey. And I do move back to 2 under par. Hole number 14. Oh, it's another fabulous looking par 3. I think I just need to carry this bunker here. So full backspin on the 4-iron. Try to carry the bunker and let the green do the rest. That is a lovely strike. This is tracking well. This could be a hole-in-one. This surely kicks left towards the pin. It's done exactly that. Does it have the legs to get near the hole? It's starting to turn away. But that is a fantastic tee shot. It's set me up with an 8-foot putt. It's uphill. I am going to be aggressive here. Play this firm, take a little bit of the break out. And with that, I do get back to 3 under par. 4 holes remaining. Let's see if we can finish as strong as possible. Hole number 16 is called Bungles. Let's fade this from left to right. A little bit of D-loft. Try and find the right-hand side off the fairway. That's a really nice strike. This ball should run on really, really well. Really good tee shot. And the sculptor archetype really coming into its own there. Pitch and wedge with a little bit of backspin should be made for this. Anything to the right-hand side of the flag should be good. Green does break from right to left. It's a perfect. It needs to go though. Oh, it's a lovely golf shot. It's going to give me another really good look for birdie. 10 feet out. Not a lot of movement here, but it is downhill, so it will break a little bit more than advertised. It should turn. It does turn, and that is a fantastic birdie. Back-to-back birdies for the first time of the round, and I do get to 4 under. Hole number 16. It's a long par 5. Oh, hazard right in the middle of the fairway. Let's try and fade this. I want to be on the left-hand side. I'm just going to apply a little bit of fade, try and find the center of this fairway. It's another good strike. I have pushed my swing line slightly right. And with a combination of the fade, is it going to hold the fairway? There's a crocodile in view there. But that's a good shot. Hopefully we can carry the water here with 3-wood. Just going to try and overpower this. This hole here actually reminds me of the UF Predator, which was a fantastic golf course on PGA Tour 2K21. It's sadly not been ported over by the designer Chris Z. This is going to leave me nothing more than a flop or a pitch shot. And towards the flag stick here. 51 yards, it's going to be the flop. I should have a flop made for this. 49 yards, full backspin. Let's fully attack this. It looks a quiet green up near the flag. Oh, I only got 95% power. That needs to go. I needed the 100% there. So it's an 18-foot putt, downhill by 5 inches. Not a lot of movement here. Hopefully that holds its line. It does. And we do put together a little birdie streak here. We've actually went birdie, par, bogey, birdie, birdie, birdie on the back nine. So certainly entertaining stuff. This is a tough green. Anything too far left or too far right is going to run off. Right-hand side's the lesser of the evils. I'm just going to de-loft and apply a good bit of topspin to this 5-iron and play the wind. It's a tiny slope. How on earth is that going so far right? Wow, that tiny slope and slight push right has been deadly. This is a tough bunker shot now. I just need